Hey guys, welcome to episode 5 of Lyrical Outlook. This episode will be about bringing your childhood traumas into adulthood and also healing your inner child, taking the lyrics from Adele's song Easy on Me. What I do is I take the life lessons that I've learned through the art of lyrics and share insights that have helped me through life, hoping that it's an eye opener for you. That doesn't mean that's what the songwriter or the artist wrote the song for. I'm just putting it all into my own perspective. So if you want to learn more about healing your childhood wounds and also what we tend to bring with us into adulthood from childhood trauma. So stay tuned to this video. As you know, I usually start the videos off with a fun fact, but I would just like to say I hope you guys check out my past videos that I've posted. I also have a Medium page at Lyrical Outlook where I write stories that pertain to the videos that I post on YouTube. I would love if you guys like this video to subscribe to my channel. And if you have any songs that you would like to, if you like me to make a video on them or a topic that you would like me to cover, please comment that below and I will check them out and try to make different videos on what you are interested in. Fun fact about Adele: her mom enrolled her into the school Brit School for Performing Arts and Technology. Amy Winehouse is actually an alumni at that school as well. So Adele had to make a 3-track demo for a school project and decided to post that demo on MySpace. An executive at a recording studio discovered her tracks and she got signed a couple of months after she graduated. So that's a fun fact about Adele. So the reason why I chose Adele's song Easy on Me is because I feel like it correlates so well with childhood traumas, and a lot of the time I feel like even when we're in our adult bodies we ask, can you take it easy on me? We have so many things that we go through as a child, especially if you've experienced traumas like abuse, neglect, bullying, some type of illness that you had. We grow up with it affecting our relationships, our behaviors, and our personalities. We have these expectations that are put on us, not just from family, but from school, from work, from society, our environments, our friends, our relationships, and the pain that we have, if it's not healed, we tend to have relationships that aren't good for us, be in environments that don't serve us, things like that. It can affect from the smallest thing to your whole environment, all of your surroundings that you're in. You go to school, sometimes you feel like you don't fit in. You go to work and you can't be yourself just because of that environment, and we are put into this box and we just want to be seen, we want to be accepted, and that's one feeling that we've always wanted as a child, is to feel like we can be ourselves, like we belong, like we're accepted. So that's why I really liked Adele's song Easy on Me. So the lyrics I decided to take was the whole chorus, but I think it works great. But the lyrics are: go easy on me, baby. I was still a child, didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do, so go easy on me. Not everybody's childhood was bad, but we do end up taking the bad and the good with us into adulthood. Everyone, like I said, has expectations of us, and we don't really have much say in our lives until we turn into an adult or even well into adulthood. As we get older, everyone around us feels like they know what's best for us, and what direction that we should go in based off of what they've learned, based off of their expectations, their goals, their values. So we have around us, and also the people that raised us, school, society, like I said, have a big say in the direction that we decide to go in our lives. Starting from a young age, we can get in trouble for minor imperfections, little things that we still need to learn from, we still need to grow from, and we also need more patience and guidance over control when it comes to our lives. And when we go through traumas, we don't really know how to cope with that sometimes, especially when we don't really even know that we're holding on to something, or that we are still struggling from something that came from childhood. For example, I had some codependency issues I had to work through, attachment issues, and also social anxiety. Social anxiety was something I also talked about in a previous video, where in school I struggled with presentations and I struggled in class, because with social anxiety you don't really want to be the center of attention, and also when it comes to presentations you have a struggle with expressing yourself or being open to who you are because of the anxiety of everyone else around you. Growing up into an adult, I still struggle with social anxiety even now. And I didn't know that that was something that came with me from childhood. I knew that I didn't like presentations, but I just figured, like, who does like presentations? Who likes going in front of the class? But it was bigger than that. There was a underlying issue with my anxiety that I needed to work through. So the biggest part that I noticed where it was affecting me was when I started working for a corporate job. I worked in finance for many years, and when it came to presenting numbers or being in front of a group of people where I had to talk, I didn't feel comfortable. And working in corporate, you can't have anxiety like that and fit in and also be respected. So I lost a lot of respect from people around me just because of my anxiety, and also the attachment issues and codependency issues that I had. So the fact that I didn't feel comfortable with certain things or being around certain people at a young age, I attached myself to people that I did feel comfortable with. So when I was around these people that I enjoyed and I felt comfortable in their presence, I was more myself. I could be myself, I could express myself openly. But alone, I didn't know how to do that. I was scared to express myself and be open unless there was someone next to me that I felt comfortable with, or someone that would be like, "Oh, you're good. Like, you don't have to be nervous." That one friend or that one person I was comfortable with automatically made me feel open in the situation. So I had to learn as an adult how to work through attachments, and also the attachments that I had to a lot of people. I I held on even when the relationship wasn't healthy. And that went for intimate relationships and friendships as well. In any relationship that I had, if I was comfortable with you, I wanted to hold on because I was like, okay, I feel comfortable and I can be myself around you, so I'm going to hold on to you even if it's not healthy. So, with codependency issues, with not feeling comfortable because of my anxiety, I also didn't feel comfortable expressing my feelings and my emotions in relationships. So when I knew something was wrong, when I knew that I didn't like something, I never expressed it. the fear of someone's reaction towards me, the fear of abandonment, that they're going to leave me once I express myself. And I really didn't understand how much that was affecting me, and that was a wound from childhood that I really needed to work through in order to step into my higher self and be comfortable with the things that I wanted to pursue. A lot of the things that I wanted to pursue caused me to get out of my comfort zone. I had no choice but to feel comfortable with myself. And one thing we say so much as a child is it's okay to express your emotions, but then you're told, why can't you be like someone else? Or why are you acting like that? Why can't you just be normal? And we're told that it's okay to cry, but then we're told, I'll give you something to cry about. Let me give you something to cry about. So when it comes to expressing your emotions at a young age, if you didn't get the chance to be yourself, express who you are, be honest as a child, have patience, and not be expected to be perfect or be a different person or go down a lane that you never wanted to go down. We grow up resenting that and holding on to that baggage, that hurt and pain, and projecting it onto other people. And also not knowing that some of that is being projected onto others. And like I said, when you start surrounding yourself with people that coincide with that pain that you have, those people are usually not good for you. They can be toxic, like with the codependency. I had a lot of unemotional relationships around me just because I held on to something, hoping that things would change, hoping that things would get better or grow within that relationship when it never did. Or attachment issues, holding on to people that I went to school with or that knew me growing up so that I would continue to feel comfortable, knowing that I needed to grow, that I had already outgrown that situation, but I kept people around or things, my environment, the same out of fear of growing into something better, but having to do it alone. Most of the time, we really just want to be seen for who we are, seen for who you are deep inside, having someone who really legitimately, genuinely sees us. So you go to school and you're trying to fit in, but you can't be yourself. So your uniqueness is used as a competition, or you're getting bullied because you're not the same as everyone else. You try to be yourself around people and they look at you like you're crazy. Your personality is irritating to them because they don't genuinely like you for you, but you keep them around because they tolerate you. We can stay addicted to chaos, addicted to drama, just because that was something that we were used to. When we didn't get emotions from certain people that we wanted their affection from, we seek that affection in someone else, even if they're not good for us. All of that pent up aggression that we have inside, that pent up pain and unhealed wounds that we have inside, start to accumulate over time. So not only are they coming from our childhood, they're coming from young adolescence into adulthood, the pains that we went through in relationships throughout time, the pains that we went through friendships throughout time, all of that starts accumulating within us. And if we don't heal all of that hurt that we have inside, we start to bring other people in that are like us and stay in a lack, fear based mindset, continue to move in a drama, loving to start drama, loving to be around drama because of that sense of comfort. You go after the things that you are comfortable with. You're used to that. So when someone comes towards you that is giving you a different sense of feeling, a different sense of hope, you don't trust it. You shy away from it, or it attacks something in you that you're not ready to heal. So you push that person away, or you instantly don't accept that person, you don't like that person, you're in competition with that person because they're showing you a different side of you that you're not ready to face. And that's hard. That's hard to accept. But when you're not healing those wounds, we see other people or see something in someone else that we want to do, we want to pursue, or a personality trait that we would love to have, but we know that that's not going to come until we heal something inside us to feel comfortable enough with ourselves to express that side of us. Going towards addiction, self-sabotage, fear, drama, more hurt, unemotional relationships, attachment, more abandonment issues, holding on to things that are familiar to us. Working through it is going to get us out of our comfort zone, like I said. So therapy, self-help books, focusing on affirmations that will help you love yourself more so that you're comfortable with being and stepping into your true power of who you are and not what someone else wants you to be, or copying someone else because you're not ready to deal with who you genuinely are on the inside. And one thing I had to work through too is holding on to a grudge from things that people have done to me in the past. In my childhood, I held on a lot to the pain, wanting to prove myself or show people that I'm more capable than they think I am, or whatever they think of me. I felt like I had to prove something else so that they didn't think of me that way anymore. And I really had to change my mindset when it came to trying to prove who I was. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. Who you are is who you are. And if they're not accepting of who you are as a person, then you know that you need to find other people that accept that piece of you and that are also willing to work with you through your pain and be there and congratulate you when you're doing well, congratulate you when you are succeeding and doing better. Seeking revenge, a lot of that energy that we're putting towards someone else that has made us so angry and so mad inside that we can't let go of, we could be putting that same energy into ourselves, rebuilding ourselves, putting it towards our finances, growing a business, putting all of that energy that we're spreading to everyone else can be put back into us, be put back into our family, making things better so that we're more comfortable not only with ourselves but with our environment. We have to give ourselves healthy outlets, healthy habits that we want to keep moving towards our goals so that we could be a better person and feel more comfortable with the life that we want to live. Even if that involves cutting off everybody, sitting within yourself, learning yourself more, reactivating your passions, and that's what comes with your inner child. Your inner child is still within you. It's not going anywhere. That child inside of you wants to be happy, wants to blow bubbles, wants to do TikTok dances, wants to paint, wants to do whatever you used to do when you were a child that made you happy. Even if it's sitting in your room, drawing, painting, writing for a little bit, you're reactivating that part of you that found a happy place. And that happy place is still trying to be found as you are an adult. It wants to come out. And when we are so heavy into other things, we no longer, we push our inner child so far down that we don't even think they exist anymore. Those passions that we had inside of us that we love so much in the child, as a child, we no longer see, because we have pushed them so far inside of us that we don't even know who we are anymore sometimes. And I see, when I'm scrolling through TikTok, I love when I see older people that are still dancing, still doing, still wearing what they want to do, doing what they want to do, because they move past that child, like she's being childish, or aren't you too old to be doing that? You're never too old to be doing things that you love, that make you happy, that bring out the side of you that keeps your life content and happy. If you're always holding on to the hurt and pain and never forgiving those people that have hurt you in the past, that's always going to be pent up inside of you forever. You're always going to be angry. People are always going to be able to trigger you about something if you never let that go. Whatever that pain is that you're holding inside of you is going to get triggered, constantly triggered by someone else. You're going to try to outdo yourself when you don't have to. Tapping back into your inner expressions and your passions revives our soul, revives that childlike energy in us that shows that we're happy, shows that we're content with our life. We don't always have to be working and feeling like we always have to go to the next level. We always have to do more and more. We can take a break sometimes, take a vacation into what makes us happy. Every day you could do something very small that could change the trajectory of your whole day. You could have a bad day at work and you go home and you start painting for 30 minutes. You could feel so much better for the rest of the day. You know that you need to clean the house. Music is your passion. So you start blasting music around the house to tap back into what makes you happy. The older that we get more set in our ways. We get more complacent with the things that have already happened in our lives. We feel like we don't need to change because I've been this way for so long, so why do I need to do anything differently when I have already dealt with all of this? I don't need to do anything differently. But then that misery and pain and unforgiveness that you're or guilt, grief that you're holding on to will always be there. Will always be pent up inside of you, holding on, ready for you to release. And things could be so much better for you once you release that energy that's holding on inside of you, those past emotions that happened years ago that you can let go of. Even when we think our intentions are good, our intentions are pure, it won't be coming from a pure place in our heart, in our soul, if we're still holding on to past pain, past pain, hurt, guilt, fear that we've had in the past. You should give yourself more credit for how far you've come. Every goal that you meet, every wound that you heal, every trauma response that you move past, reward yourself for that, because it's not easy. It is very difficult to move past not only a generational hurt and pain that you are taking with you from past ancestral hurt and patterns, you're also taking things from your childhood and holding on to that as well. So when you're able to release, you're able to step out into who you really are, and let go of that old energy, reward yourself for that. Be happy for yourself. Be your own breath of fresh air. Just because it's not really going to come from other people. Yeah, you might get validation and compliments sometimes, but a lot of that has to come from yourself. You never truly know someone's intentions. Turn your stories that you have into a lesson. Turn that pain that you have inside into wisdom. What can I do differently? Where can I go that will lead me on a better path? Start thinking of it more as how can I help myself instead of how can I hurt that person that hurt me. You know, you don't want to be like that person that hurt you. So change the narrative of your story and the narrative of the story for the next generations to come. Replaying a lot of those situations in your head just keeps you stagnant. It keeps you at a place that is leveled, not really moving. You can move back down and start to, the more hurt, the more pain and baggage that you take on, the more it's going to hurt within your heart and your soul. That's going to drag you down throughout your years. The more you release it, the more you can move on, the more you can be a better person, and also take on the challenges without the fear. Taking on the challenges within your life without hurting other people, without taking that pain out and hurt out on other people. And no, it's not easy. It is very difficult to let all of that go. And a part of me still holds on to that, even though I want to let a lot of my past go. It's hard to let it go. It's hard when so many years of your life was this way. This is what I was used to. All of this was what I was holding on to for so long, thinking I wasn't capable of doing a lot of the things that deep down inside I knew I was capable of doing. But I believed what people were telling me. I believed the pain. I believed I needed to stay here. This is what my life is supposed to be, and I believed that. And once you let go of that lack mindset and those fear-based thoughts, you start to move past and really see what you're capable of, what you can do, you know? And once you start really believing in yourself, letting out your inner child, healing through those traumas, no matter what you need to do to move past it, you'll start to see how different you become. You might also have to be alone for a little bit, and nobody wants to sit in their thoughts and rethink scenarios and work through the healing. But once you do get to a state of mind where you're at peace, the people around you won't be able to affect your peace unless you let them. And I had to ask myself, is that something that I really want to hold on to for the rest of my life? Do I have the strength within me to keep holding on to all of that past baggage? I didn't want to anymore. And it doesn't just affect your relationships, it affects your health, it affects everything. It literally affects everything that you do, how you move, what you project, everything. So don't forget to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for everything that you went through. Is the guilt that you have, all of the pain that you went through, forgive yourself for that. Try to work your way through it so that you can do better for yourself and for your future and for your life. And you don't have to be the same way. You don't have to do the same things forever. You don't. As much as you see people around you that are still moving the same, that are still doing the same things that they used to do when you're younger, that doesn't mean that you have to be that way. You can be that spark of light for yourself, for the people that are good for you, the people that should be in your life. Start finding compassion for yourself and compassion for other people. We all have stories. We all have past trauma and pain that we've all went through. We have similar experiences, but we all have different stories. So just know that a lot of people are coming from a place of hurt and pain and unhealed pain, and forgive them for that. Even if it's hard, especially abuse and all that, forgive yourself and forgive them. You can do this. You can move past it. You have the strength you have the strength inside. You have to find it. You have to believe in yourself and trust yourself to know that you are good enough, you are lovable, you are strong enough to get past all of this. And no one can steer you wrong but yourself. Try your best to stop gaslighting yourself and find a comfortable, safe space where you can give yourself and allow yourself time to heal those wounds and have the space to feel comfortable with being yourself, even if that's alone. I know I keep saying this, but sometimes we can only find ourselves if we spend time alone. And that's always the most uncomfortable thing to do, is being alone a lot. But that's the only way you start thinking. You start replaying things in your head that have happened, and you start working through that better when you're by yourself, or even with a partner or someone you have in your life that can be very supportive to you through this process, will be very helpful for you. But try your best to stop gaslighting yourself and self-sabotaging when it comes to your healing process. Just know that you are a dope person, and we are all unique, and we all have struggles and things that we need to work through. But believe in yourself, trust trust in your heart, trust that you know who you are, and keep moving down that path and pursuing the goals that you want to do, regardless of the opinions of others or what anyone has to say about you. You got this. You're in control of your own life. You're in control of your own destiny. So make sure you do the things that you want to do during this lifetime that are beneficial to you. Keep going no matter what, no matter how anyone feels about you, no matter what. You can do this. You have the strength. I believe in you, so believe in yourself. I hope you like this video. Please check out my Medium page, Lyrical Outlook. Any songs, please comment below and I'll check them out and do as many videos as I possibly can. Any topics you have as well, please comment those below. I'll see you guys in the next episode.